Hi, have you said thank you lately to anyone? Look at Luke 10, 25 through 37. Here's what it says in verse 34. He went to him and bandaged his wounds. He went to him and bandaged his wounds. You know, a well-known proverb help us think about different ways to respond to poverty and to situations that occur in life. Someone has said, give a person a fish, and they will eat for a day. Teach them how to fish, and they will eat for a lifetime. I know you've heard that before. Now, both of these approaches can be appropriate. Either one, give them or teach them. It depends on the circumstances and whether they involve a short-term or long-term needs. Give them a fish, short-term. Teach them the fish, long-term. You know, in the parable of the Good Samaritan, Jesus illustrates the give a fish model. That's right. The Samaritan responds compassionately and generously to the immediate needs of the wounded traveler on the road called Jericho. He bandages the man's wounds, and he does not concern himself for now with whether the roadway should have better security or whether or not he too will be beaten and robbed by thieves and robbers on the road. You know, sometimes a bandage is all a person really needs, just a bandage. You know, when winter temperatures in our city plunge far below freezing and the homeless shelters are there. They're begging for gloves and socks. That's a need, calling for an immediate solution. Women need blankets at the women's shelter. That's an immediate solution. Similarly, when a cyclone tears up a community, a hurricane comes, like in Cleveland, Ohio, where people are sometimes left homeless, without electricity, without food, without water. That's sometimes a short-term relief, and that short-term relief is vital for saving lives. Even our food pantry does that. You know, I thank God for the generosity of people everywhere, especially in our church and in our community, who respond to needs that arise from disasters and where there are people, especially today in a COVID environment, needing something. And yet, it is necessary, sometimes temporarily, sometimes long-term, but compassion to the poor ought to be a commitment by everyone because it's required by Christians in particular. So pray this prayer. Lord, like the Samaritan, we long to show love to our neighbors in need. You need to say, God, help us, help me, help us to be generous and wise in the opportunities you present to us on a day-to-day basis. We want to be helpers. We want to be suppliers. We want to meet needs of other folk, and we want other folk to every now and then say to us, thank you, as in the case of the Good Samaritan by the man who was beaten along the road. Y'all have a great day.